Well, in this episode, you're going to see the downside of cruising. Yeah, if you've ever wondered, well, it can't all be that great. What's the downside? Well, in this episode, you're about to find out, because I did. In a country that you don't know anyone, there's no real strong recommendations. I've just been delivered some news that I need to go in and get emergency surgery with a periodontist. So that's where I'm off to go and deal with that. And it's about an hour ride by motorbike and then an hour back. And I need about 2 to 3 appointments and another 2 appointments after that. So yeah, we're stuck here in Bali for a bit. And last week, in the last episode, you saw we got affected by lightning. It took out our autopilot and electrics. So we've had to deal with that, and all these little disasters that happen stop you from moving. And then, of course, the weather has changed. We're going into raining season, and we've missed our chance to get up to Malaysia. So, yeah. You know, it's not all rainbows and butterflies when you're cruising, but I mean, Bali's a nice place to get stuck. They do have their own issues, and there is a dark side to Bali, and that is the amount of rubbish, and particularly in this harbour. It's pretty bad with anchoring and moving around. So you're about to see all that as well. Today we've arrived at Jimbaran, and we're just walking on this beach, and we're coming across all these packages. They look like this. I actually tried to give one to old mate as we walked past him, but no. So we're going to open it up and see what it is. All these packages we've been finding along the beach, and I didn't know what was in them. We're trying to give them away to the locals, and they don't even seem interested. Maybe it's like a little skirt. There's a lot of rubbish in this around this area. That's Kuta airstrip over there. So this is kind of in the leg of the chicken. Washed up on the beach. A lot of fish, which I have never seen actually on the beach before, and lots and lots of plastic. Crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of cushions. Oh, it's actually getting, the rubbish is actually getting thicker.
Another eel.
It's getting thicker the closer we sort of get to Kuta. But there's so much plastic in Southeast Indonesia.
Where are we going?
I've got something attached to the anchor. I don't know what it is. Pulled off a few bags. It's like a trap.
Some kind of fish trap or crab trap or something.
Yeah. It's all tangled up in the chain, and I was bringing it up, but then it's the windlass.
Hold up.
An old pot. Oh, something else at the bottom. Oh shit, we've got a whole string of them.
Don't drop them back in, hey. Yeah. Here?
I need a knife to cut this bit off the chain.
Is there any more, or is that it?
No, there's another one attached. Look, I think.
No, it doesn't seem heavy.
Oh no, okay, that's it.
Throw the plastic off it.
Good.
Some fishermen will be upset that he's lost that. There we are. Don't surprise me, they put shit out everywhere here. There's boats, speed boats coming and going 24/7. Are we off the bottom, are we?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're trying to anchor here in Serangan Harbour. We've had 4 attempts so far, and the anchor keeps dragging. Every time Dee pulls it up, it's covered in plastic. So that you've got to try and be a bit lucky and get a section of the bottom that's just not covered in plastic. It's really hard. Okay, looks like it's holding very well this time. And now we're pretty close to this fella. It's been really hard to find a place on the bottom without any plastic on it we can get a hold. But anyway, it's not dragging now. I pulled back really hard on it. Okay, moving again. Old mate here's not happy, too close. Which is fair enough, he was here first. I'd probably feel the same way, I suppose. But so it's a shame because it's the first time we could get it to set out of bloody 6 goes. You reckon here?
Yeah. Good feeling.
Okay, she's got a good feeling, she reckons.
Okay, you ready?
Righto. Okay, she's about to let out another 10.
At 25.
Yeah, give us 30. Try and get it to set at 25 to 30, and then we let out about 50, put the snubber on, and then pull back on it hard. The problem is it's not landing on the clean bottom, it's landing on plastic every time we drop the anchor, which is no good because there's some pretty serious squalls come through here. Pretty close to old mate here, but he's okay. He's all right. We met him the other day. If I didn't know him and he didn't know me, you wouldn't anchor that close, to be honest with you. But I know how much chain he's got out. I know how much scope he's got out, and he hasn't moved for weeks. So if we let out a similar amount of chain, which we have, when we all swing around together, it'll be okay. And we pull back pretty hard on that, so we're not going to move. Happy?
Okay, let's see if we can dodge all the plastic and we don't pick up plastic around our prop.
How much fuel we got?
It's a fair bit. We use a fair bit of fuel driving up around this island, around Sanua. That's the rubbish tip. Not smelling too bad today. Cooler. It's been raining, but oh boy, when it's hot, whew. Whoa! We just hit a plastic bag, did we?
Yeah.
It's actually really starting to stink now. We're close to that rubbish tip over there. Oh, you can smell it down this end. And Rob's just hit a big plastic bag. Ugh. It's gross.
It's plastic soup here.
This is the sad part about Bali, it's just the amount of rubbish.
It's not just Bali, Indonesia. It's just
Yeah,
plastic.
but Bali's
Plastic soup
overrun with tourism and they're not getting rid of the rubbish. I'm heading for Lottie. It's a massive big supermarket that I'm trying to get to. And no scooters today. So, I'm walking. I've had a local pull up and offer me a ride on his scooter, but I think that's a bit dangerous. I'll just keep walking. It's only like 15 minutes more to go. I think I was getting a ride, but there's a dump right there. I'm walking past it, and it bloody well stinks. And there's this dog following me. Kind of looks like a pig. Poor little thing. It's very starving. There's all the rubbish down here in the waterway from the dump, and that's where it's all getting washed into. Straight where our boat is, and all that rubbish from that dump goes down into the water and ends up getting washed all through the waterways, out in the ocean. I don't know what the answer is. To the supermarket. It's ginormous, and some things are quite hard because it's not in English, so I'll have to use translate. Pretty sure that looks like salt. And I need to get crumbs for crumbing fish, like breadcrumbs, and Look at all the different types of crumbing here. They crumb everything. Indonesia and oil. It's very delicious. But it's a huge choice. It's all different flours for crumbing as well. It's amazing. Get some good stuff. It's not cheap. It's very expatty in here. I would say this is where all the expats actually shop. On the way back, I've managed to get a lift using a grab, and I'm just passing the dump. And here is the lineup of trucks waiting to get into the dump. A couple of weeks ago, I visited this lovely dentist. He told me I need to see a periodontist. So I've come here to Bali 911 and they've just delivered me the bad news. I have to have surgery. Right, so while we've been in Bali, not so close because I look terrible. While we've been in Bali, I went and got my tooth with a crown put on it. That's all I needed, and maybe a clean. And then while I was there, they found another issue. So he sent me to a specialist, and it turns out I have a lot of problems with my teeth, apparently. I didn't even know about. And one thing is they pull the tooth out. Look at the size of that thing, and it's disgusting. Don't even look at it too long. It's gross. And so I've been in for surgery on my right side, and I need to go back into surgery for my left side. So the place I'm going to is a big place. It looks pretty safe. I'm pretty confident, so I'm happy. She's fantastic, my specialist, but it's very painful. And now we're stuck in this anchorage in Bali, and it stinks because there's a dump behind us over here.
The biggest landfill tip in all of Bali is just
blowing
over there.
this way right into our boat. So it's a bit depressing.
It stinks and there's flies.
It's Friday, and my next appointment is Monday for my left side to get done. Now, it's a big thing, and I have to cut all my gums, and it's disgusting. So anyway, luckily we're in Bali now, and I can get it treated, and then we can leave, hopefully. So we're stuck here. We're stuck here for a little bit longer than what we thought, with dentist appointments, problems with our electrical things, with our autopilot and other stuff going on the boat. And you just got to make the best of a bad situation. So we've got a lot of things coming up and a lot of stuff to go and do. We've got a wedding coming up, and up in Bali, a traditional wedding, and we're going to do a visa run, and we're going to go and explore the east coast of Bali. So you just got to, and it's all going to, you just got to make the best of it. So that's what I've got planned. But now I'm heading over to the camels. We saw camels yesterday. I've been here for like a month. I haven't seen these camels or horses. We look over there, there's a camel and there's horses. Apparently you can go ride them. So we're going to go and have a look. What are we looking at first? The boat wreck or the camels and horses? So much to do.
Well, there's camels. I think camels in the boat there.
You want to go do that first?
I don't know how deep it is there. I haven't seen any boats in there.
Oh, there you go. You forgot to turn the alarm off. That's the anchor alarm. Well, let's go and see if we can get into the camels. I just asked him how much for the camel rides and the horse rides, and he's on a break. So he can't tell me anything. They're just lying up underneath these little, they're like a little chair. They're just lying on there and having a break. So I asked if I could just come and have a look, and he said yes, sure. I won't get too close. He looks agitated. Poor fella. He looks bored. I don't know much about camels. I know a bit more about horses though. I grew up with horses. They look very tiny. I'm like 5'8". That's just a little tiny pony. They've got more horses down there, much bigger, so I'm going to check those ones out. These guys are all saddled up and ready to be ridden. I didn't know that about camels. They've got like a big pad underneath their chest where they sit down. They're pretty cool looking animals, aren't they? Just totally chilled. 150 for a camel ride or a horse ride. $15, it's pretty cheap. The same goes for these horses. Tied up where there's no grass. Doesn't make sense. There's heaps of really good grass down here. Look in their rump, their hindquarters, they're a bit lean. I kind of feel like $15 is so cheap to go for a ride on a horse or a camel, but they look so sad. They're just tied up. Like if you give them $15 for these rides, then are you just encouraging people to come here and ride them more? And the poor things are tied up all day, every day. If you don't ride them, then there's no business, and then no point in having them tied up. Yeah, I just don't feel like it's ethical. Boat. I love their hats. They just turn bowls into hats. Yeah, someone set it off, but is it deflating?
Yeah.
Well, that's not very safe. The red bits that are attached underneath the life raft, they fill with water, and they weigh it down and hold it steady so it doesn't tip over. There you go. That's what an adult life raft looks like when it's gone off. I think that's how that boat got here. That mooring line broke. This is a story we're making up anyway. And this boat ended up on this beach. That's our story. Join us in our next episode where we continue to enjoy Sanua and what it has to offer, before we head north where we're invited to a traditional Bali wedding. Meeting locals and expats has become part of our daily life and makes the challenges of sailing worth it.